Hey guys. So we have a story time for you, but this just happened. So we're just like, we didn't think we were gonna film because we didn't obviously know this was gonna happen. Like now, it happened like an hour ago. No, it happened like 30 minutes ago.
Yeah. So it's not April Fool's today, but it's like
it was when it happened because it was like 11.
Yesterday was April Fool's, so you guys might think that it's an April Fool's like prank or joke, but it's not because it's not April Fool's anymore. It's clearly 12/31, and so it's like April 2nd.
We just wanted to get that out of the way. April 2nd, 2017. So basically, we went to the mall and doing the usual, and then we come back, and then this is like, keep this in mind. We saw a bunny, and then we're like, oh, that's cute, like a bunny, and then
so it was like night already.
Yeah, so we couldn't like.
We see it. So we see the bunny, and like her dad is like trying to chase it, like not chase it, but like look for it. What?
I want to be with it.
Oh, come over here. This is Monica's brother. He's the one that witnessed the story we're about to tell you. Yeah.
We just went into her house, and like it was just like normal, like everything was fine, like we ate and stuff, and then
so we just decided to watch the Kardashians, and it just happens to be the Paris episode where Kim gets robbed, and so we're like, great, and so we're just like chilling on the couch, me and her, we're just like watching, and then I look outside and I see like, I'm like, oh my gosh, look at the bunny, and then I'm like, this is like not a bunny, it's like too big.
Because like we were sitting down like on the couch, on the couch, and then there's like two windows by her TV, but we were watching it on her iPad, which she had on her lap. So there's like two windows that were like, the blinds were open. So then like she said that she seen a bunny, like the same bunny, and she said that she sees something outside. And then I was like, oh, it's probably the bunny. And she's like, no, it's too big. And we just like ignore it because like, what could it be?
Yeah, we're like, okay, whatever. And then after that happens, about like 5 minutes pass?
15.
And then we hear we heard like three like loud, like, I don't know if it was like, okay, well, it ended up being like knocks, but it's the thing. And then I thought it was fireworks, so I told her, I'm like, who's doing fireworks? Like,
exactly.
April 1st, like that's 4th of July. And then that's when come in, tell us, this is the witness, tell us what you see. So he basically yells like, there's a man outside. And so we're like, holy shit. And so we were like scared.
She ran.
I like ran upstairs. I didn't even
She left me behind.
And then she got my iPad. So this is where it gets like serious. We're like, holy fuck.
Okay, because like he was, so like this is the couch, and there's like a little table with her hamster on it. And then my brother was the one grabbing the hamster and petting it, try to put it in his ball, like on the like ball. Mm-hmm. And so then he was gonna put it in there. But once we hear like the knock, we're just like, what? And then that's when we hear my brother saying there's a man outside, and he could see because like there was a door with like blinds, like like the clear doors. Come over here.
He's like blocking me. I'm like,
okay. So then he says that he sees someone, and we're just like, what? So we go.
We ran up. We like came to like my mom's room.
Her bathroom, the thing we're in
now.
Yeah,
my mom's bathroom, the thing we're in now. And I'm like, call 911, like now. And then my sister's taking out her makeup, and then we're like, Kim. And then she's like, what? And then we come outside, we're like, there's a man. And my voice was like cracking at that point, because when you get scared, you're like,
you want to cry.
You can't like talk. And so my voice was just like cracking. I'm like, Kim. And she couldn't understand me. She's like, what? And so she just came, and then we like just locked ourselves in the bathroom.
And keep in mind that our parents were in the casino, so they were like,
it's like loud and just whatever.
You can't hear anything, so we had called them, and none of them would answer except for our aunt.
No, okay, I called my mom, my dad. She called her mom, my dad. And then we finally called our cousin, who she's like...
Well, my aunt.
Yeah. And then we call her, and she finally answers. She's like, okay, guys, like, do this. And then at that point, my dad calls. He's like, what do you want? And then we're like, we tell him the story. And then he's like, oh, call 911, like, immediately. And so we're like, aight. And so...
we call them, and then they act like it was like an April Fool's like prank or something.
Yeah, the woman wasn't really like, of course she was like, what's your emergency? But she's like, oh, what's your address? And then like my sister, like her voice was like also cracking because then she says our address, and the woman was like, what was that? Like
she was like
Yeah, she was like just really like whatever.
Calm.
But we didn't realize it at that moment because we were so scared. But and then so we tell her information, and then she's like, "Oh, 2 cops are gonna be there shortly." So we're like, "Okay." And then
we just like wait until they said that if you guys want to go wait where the cops are gonna be like in front of your door and stuff. And so we just like sat there, and out of nowhere we go downstairs, and the blinds from one window. Well, this is the other living room. Like there's a window like a huge window with like blinds, and those were open as well. We see the cops running to the street, and then we see.
But it wasn't like just like over running. It was like a sprint, like full on, and the flashlights are going like all over the place. So we're like, something's not right.
Yeah, and then like that's when I look through the blind, and then there's like a man like sitting down like on the little curb. Like there's like the street, and then here's like the little
curb thingy.
Yeah.
And so we're like, okay, this isn't like normal. Like, why would someone at like 11 be sitting on a curb? And then so the officer comes in our house, he knocks, and then he like comes in, and then he's like, we didn't see anything. The guy that was sitting at the curb isn't harmful.
Like he doesn't look.
We're like, yeah, and so we're like,
how do you know that?
Like, how do you just assume they're not harmful? Like, did you talk to them? Like, I don't know. We just thought they weren't like doing the job they needed to. But like, they seem pretty chill, so that's when we calmed down. We were like, okay.
But then like, they probably like,
they don't want to scare us.
Yeah.
Or, like, I don't know, just like know that something wasn't like quite right. So we were just like, okay, we'll believe you. Like,
we call her like older brother, and he comes.
Oh, he was at a party, by the way, so he was just like, what do you want? And then we're like, no, we're like, there's the police are here. And then that's when he came with his friend.
Oh, and then well, yeah, we just told them what happened, and they just like keep looking out like the windows like to see if they see the man. And when the police was here, they were like, oh, we'll be around your neighborhood like for a few minutes, like to see if anything happens. And then we're just like, oh, okay. And then that's when we're like in the living room, like all calm. And then her brother comes, and we go into the kitchen, because like that's where it happened.
We just like talk about it, and my brother's like, okay, me and my friend are gonna search the area, like, you're okay. And then that's when we just came upstairs, and we're like, oh, we should make a video. Oh, and I broke my mom's frame, by the way.
Oh yeah,
like,
this is the bathroom we came.
Because I was trying to close the blinds, and then her frame was just like right there.
That's
and it just falls.
And I gave videos, like, so they probably know which one.
Yeah, they probably know. We'll kind of like, I don't know. But just, I broke her frame, and it's still like all over here. Sorry, Mom. Now I told Monica, I'm like, imagine how Kim Kardashian felt. Like,
it's just sounds like an actual.
I know.
Like, and she was naked.
The fact that we were watching her, like, it's just so scary.
You want to go to Florida?
That's it.
Say bye.
And so.
You haven't even talked to us.
Yeah. So, like.
Come. Oh, wait.
I don't know. It's like, comment,
and
subscribe. We're so lame.